So today's session, we're going to making Eid lanterns so that we get ready for Eid next week. We're taking a week off at Olive, and I am going to be showing you everything through a different lens or a different camera. So I'm going to spotlight that for everyone. Let's see. Can you see my jars? No.
No.
Okay. All right. Now can you see it?
Yes.
Okay, so for this very easy activity, we're going to do use clear jars. Not that it matters, but it's good because lanterns, it's good to have a bigger mouth if you can. Most people have their spaghetti sauce jars and pasta jars and all that. So a jar of this kind would be ideal. The bigger mouth, the better, so that you can put in the little tea light. That makes it easier. This jar I actually bought from Dollar Tree. I also bought these ones, which I thought were really cool. They already had a design on them. So this one had like a lattice design, and this one had like a henna-like design. So I thought that was cool because we're going to be drawing designs anyway. So it was like a stencil for me. So I liked that about it. So the first part about your jar is the design that we want. Now, this is the end product. This is something I made a while ago. It's not perfectly made, but this is something of the nature we're going to be making today. Okay, there you go. Yeah, this is what we're going to be trying to make today. Now, this is more intricate. I freehand drew this design. If you want something more simpler, the easiest thing is like, you know, dropping paint, big slabs of paint. Another design that's very easy is drawing lines and dots. Okay, so that's another way of doing it. But the third way, if you want something like a nice henna design of this nature, something simple like this, what you can do is on a piece of paper, draw what you want, because usually with a marker, it's easier to draw. And it could be whatever you feel like. I printed these off the internet. You are welcome to copy these on your piece of paper, whatever you like. And what we are going to do is we're going to attach it in the inside. So it's like a stencil. And then we're going to use the metallic paint on top to draw that design directly on your jar. Okay, so that is one way. So that's the first thing that we're going to be doing. And then once that is done, we're going to let it dry. So last night I put it on the one from the Dollar Tree that I got with the design, and now this paint is dried. Once I put the glue that you got, the Mod Podge you got, we're going to mix it with some food coloring and some water. So I have some water ready with me in a little paper cup. And then we're going to put the color inside the jar and put it in the oven for 15 minutes. So that's what we're going to be doing, okay, in today's session. Because we are doing it live, some of your gold paint or whatever metallic paint you got may not have dried in time. So some of you might be finishing after the session, and that's fine, because we want that paint to be completely dry. So that you feel more confident when you're putting the stain inside the glass. So first things first, if you want to grab a paper, scissor, a black marker, or a black pen to draw a design, or if you're confident of your skills to freehand draw with the metallic paint directly on the glass, that's fine too. So that's the first step. So let's get started with that. I'm going to be using, I think I like this flower. It's simple enough. So I'm going to take my glass jar. There's two ways I can put it inside. I can tape it inside, or I can make it wet with a little spray thing. And what it does is that it sticks really well inside.
Oh.
So that it's like my stencil. Some people who are not into painting, if they feel their hands are not very steady, I think you can use Sharpie gold markers. I have never used it, but I think that could be done as well. So that's what I'm going to start doing, and you can follow along with me. If you have your design, take your time. We're doing this. This is connect and create. It will take a minute, but we will get it done. And like I said, if you are not into intricate designs, the best thing is filling it up with dots and leaves or lines. I would put some kind of paper or newspaper underneath your workspace just in case some paint messes it up, or have paper towels close. But the stencil really helps. Another thing is always doing it from left to right. That way your hand is not going over the paint. So starting from left to right is also a good idea. For those of you who join later, you're welcome to join, ask questions. In case you're doing it with us live, I'm recording the session, but this is very easy and it's very fun to make. See? That looks cute.
Zainab, the size of the paper is how big?
So let me show you. It's like about the palm size.
About an inch around?
A little smaller than the palm of my hand.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Are you guys seeing my craft space?
Yes.
Okay, good. Yeah, that will help a little bit. Now the center part, I'm just going to put a dot. I'm not going to go too intense. And let's see what else I would like to do. I'm going to do the same thing on the other ends. It gets tricky when you want to do it on all sides. Did anybody have trouble finding supplies?
Just the
I couldn't find with the tip. I just have like,
Yeah, you know, now that I remember, I think back in the day, I bought the tips separately. Like this is a regular metallic paint and I bought the tips separately and then I fit it. I think that's what I did now that I think of it more. I had it last year.
because Michael's did not have it.
yeah, I went to Michael's because I just didn't want to take a chance. And I mean, I should have asked for it, but they didn't have it.
And they don't have the same color like small bottles. I couldn't find it.
Oh, I'm so sorry. So then what did you guys end up getting?
Then I got the different one. It's a small package, 4 of them, but it has no yellow.
Oh, it has no gold?
Yes, I got it gold.
Okay.
I got crystal silver. But I'm going to use the metallic pen.
Yeah, any metallic will look So I'm done on both sides. But I like this idea too, right? The one with the Dollar Tree, it has already the design and I just copied it. This was interesting. This has like a lattice design on it.
Pretty, very pretty.
Yeah, I think it will look nice once it's done with the color inside.
Cool.
I'm hearing deep breaths. Everything okay?
Yes. It's tired.
And this is your first time doing it, so don't be too hard on yourselves. I totally messed up the first time, especially with the paints and the tip. Oh, I'll do it in front of you guys. If any of you are henna artists, then for you, it's a piece of cake. Have any of you done henna in the past?
Years ago.
Years ago. Mm. What do you all usually do with your empty glass jars? Do you recycle them, reuse them for spices, or put something else? What do you all do?
Used for spices or dal. Lentils.
What's your favorite type of bottle? The pasta sauce or coffee? Coffee bottles are good too.
You know, those jars.
Mm-hmm. Right, here we go. I chose a little difficult design. Let's see how I do. I mean, I have other metallic colors too, but for some reason I like gold the most. And food coloring you all have, right?
Yes.
How many of you are planning to display this for your Eid decor? The jalebi in the middle. Do you see the jalebi? Right. I'm done with my 4 designs. These are some other colors I got that were green, pinkish, and purple. And I'm not using them. I like gold the most. Right. Where is everyone at? Are you doing the design, anyone, or are you just watching me at this point?
I'm just watching because
Okay.
I've got the flowers.
Okay.
We'll do it later.
Okay, that's fine. If you want me to forward you this print paper, I can forward it to you if you're interested.
Yeah, through email, so I can make a copy of it.
Yes, I can do that, no problem.
Thank you.
So see how this looks?
Correct.
Yes, please. I need one too.
Okay, I will do that. You see?
Very
Bad, right? I'm not very steady as my sister is. She's more of the artist. I should take out this paper too. It's going in the oven, so no white paper. All right. So let's get started with the next part. Mine, I'm going to leave it for drying. All right. So I have these two ready to go that I did last night. In a paper bowl, I'm going to take my Mod Podge. Where are you, Mod Podge? All right. I'm going to pour some. This much should be good for like 3 jars, I'm guessing. I'm going to put in some Mod Podge. And I love the color purple, and I love the color turquoise. So for turquoise, I think I'm going to do blue, obviously. I'm going to put a little bit of yellow. And I'm going to add some water so that it's a little runny. Where's my water? There it is. I got some Q-tips to mix it up. Oh, that does not look blue to me, or turquoise. It looks more green. But you want to get the color that you're intending for. It's important that you do that. You made green. That's fine. I'll do green. Because last time we made it too light, and look how the color didn't even show. It was too light. It was supposed to be yellow. So that's one color I want. What I'm going to do is, let me put this away. I might have to mix more, who knows. And slowly I'm going to try to spread it on all the walls. The water helps to make it a little runny because the Mod Podge is not, it's still pretty thick. So our goal is to cover. So the best way is, again, going circle, circle, circle. And a little goes a long way. You have to be a little patient. It'll make its way down because you don't want it to be too thick too. So it should be enough to cover all the empty spaces. And right when I am towards the end, I'm going to just put it on my foil like this. And that will take care of the top of the jar, because the extra would flow down and it's going to do that part. So that's my first one. Now let's do another one. Let's do purple this time. That's my favorite color. I made a mess with the water, sorry. That's why it's good to have something covering your space. All right, let's do Mod Podge again. Let's do some blue, 2 dots. And some 3 dots of that, and some water. A Q-tip. Oh, don't you love mixing colors? Oh, that looks so good. Like a nice lavendery purple. I'm going to do the same thing. Pour it all the way inside my jar. And then same thing, take it around. I think I made this more liquidy, so that's good. Actually, it spread pretty fast. So that glue that we put, the Mod Podge is basically a liquidy glue. That is what sticks to the glass. That's where that works. That was fast. It did it pretty fast. I'm going to put it upside down on my foil. My green is pretty good. There's just some part of it that's not covering it. So let me do. All right, so I have a green, I have a purple. What other color should we do? I have one more jar to go. Any suggestions?
Yellow color.
You want to do yellow, green, purple?
Yes.
Oh, I like that. That's a good one. I like that idea. So look very Disney Aladdin. That's giving me vibes of Disney Aladdin. But I'm thinking gold on gold because my design is gold. How about pink? Maybe pink? Let's do pink because my design is gold. So if I do yellow on yellow, I don't know if it would work. I'm doing a drop of red, some water. Let's see what color comes up. It's kind of a pinkish coming around. Let's see. It's a nice pink. All right. I'm going to break the rules, even though this is technically not dried. I'm going to do it. Let's see what happens. I'll be careful not to touch it. Looks like strawberry milk to me. Making sure the bottom is covered first. Now this is a square jar, so it's interesting. The others were round. There's no perfect way to do it. Like, you know, it is what it is. The more even the color spreads, the better. Then there'll be less streaks when you're drying it in the oven. Okay, let me get some foil. I want to make a big mess. So again, I'm letting it sit. Let me take out these jars. This paper. I should have done this before, but it should be okay. It's not the end of the world. Do it later. So I have the green, purple, and pink. Let me see if I can fix the purple. There's some issues with my purple. It's by the mouth. Inshallah, one day when we guys are in person, this will be so much more easier. We can all share supplies. All right, so this is done. Check on my pink again. The feeling pink will be very light. I didn't listen to my own advice. Kept it very light. Okay. All right, let me grab my oven tray. So I have my pink, my purple, and my green. You can see they're ready for the oven. So I'm going to put it in the oven for 15 minutes. Be right back. All right, now no longer do you have to see my messy space. All right, no more seeing weird paint on foil. All right, so what do you guys think? It was simple, right? It wasn't too crazy difficult. It's a little messy, I will admit. So always good to be on a space where you can clean up and it's easy to get rid of all the stains in case. I put like a paper, a craft paper on the bottom of the table, on top of the table. And while we're waiting for it for 15 minutes, we have some time to chit chat and talk and see how everyone's doing and what are their plans for Eid. I'm going to confess, I did go very light. Do you guys see my green? Oh, it's still pretty hot, so I don't want to touch it. I might put it in the oven for a little bit more. But do you see the green?
Yes,
We can't see it.
not
Oh.
very clearly.
Can't
Oh,
see it. We see
We
you.
can. We see you.
No.
No.
You see it?
Oh.
So the purple is also very light. So the pink is very, very light. I should have gone much darker with the pink. So when you are guys mixing the color, make it darker than expected. Like I like my purple and green, but the pink is too light. I can barely see it. I can barely see it. So the darker, the green turned out the best, huh? I love the green. You guys see it? My favorite is the green, the tint. We made stained glass, guys.
Yes,
Yeah.
So cool.
it is.
The pink is very light. I should have gone much more darker. But yeah, it didn't take too long. And it's like, imagine once I have my little tea light, I'll take a picture and share it on the WhatsApp later, once it's completely cooled down. Maybe I'll do the pink one again and add more color to it. Let's see what happens because I want it much more darker. I like the purple. I don't mind the purple. It is still light, but it's still there. I can see the color. The green is my favorite.
Green stands out.
Yeah, it stands out. Absolutely. And I want you all to please take a minute once the class is done to finish this craft, okay? All right. I'm going to turn this off.
Zainab, where did you get these jars?
I got them from Dollar Tree.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what about the light colors? Is it because you put too much water? That's why it's lighter?
No. So, you know, when I was mixing it, do you remember the pink looked pretty light?
Light.
So when you can add more food coloring, I put little food coloring. I should have added a little more.
Oh, okay.
So if it looks a little dark, don't worry. Like when you're mixing the glue, water, and food coloring, it's good to keep it a little dark on the dark side if you want that rich color on your lanterns. So it's okay to put extra food coloring. Don't worry about it. As long as you get the color or shade you like, you're good to go. Okay. So we're 11:57. I'm happy that we were able to complete the craft and show you the end product at the end of the session. And I'm going to redo my pink one and maybe my purple one. It depends how much glue I have left. But I think it was something I am excited to share with my family for Eid. And I will take a picture with tea lights. And I want to see your pictures too, okay?
Inshallah.
Inshallah.
By tomorrow, inshallah, to be done.
Yes, I hope so. So next week, again, a reminder is we will not have any sessions. We'll be back the following week with Anu on Tuesday. She'll be teaching about self-care. We'll have on Wednesday, the Dr. Nasima Begum, the infectious disease doctor, talking about COVID vaccines. And then on Thursday, we have Sister Shamim doing a session for us, no cook recipes, I think that's what it is. So fun sessions happening. Enjoy your week off and share your Eid pictures. You're always welcome to share Eid pictures on Olive Online, the WhatsApp. All right. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Have a safe and healthy Eid and donate if you still can. Take care.
Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.
Olive Community Services is a 501c3 nonprofit organization based in Southern California that provides culturally appropriate services to seniors, their family, and the community. Through its physical and virtual interactive programs, Olive engages participants in a variety of ways that promotes health and well-being. To learn more about Olive Community Services, to get involved, or to make a donation, please visit www.olivecs.org or email info@olivecs.org. Be a change maker, and together, let's live, learn, and thrive.